I'm Teresa Lee, and I am a stand-up comedian in Los Angeles, California, and I'm originally from the Bay Area. For me, I was pretty lucky growing up. I grew up in the Bay Area around a lot of other Asian Americans, so I had a very sheltered childhood, so I didn't face a lot of overt racism at the time. I think looking back, I can definitely see a lot of subtle instances of it, but for me, a lot of it came from within. I think just seeing sort of like what Hollywood showed me was like beautiful as like the blonde, beautiful cheerleader, and then wanting to be that and feeling like I didn't really have a place. So I had a whole complex about my eyes forever. Like I couldn't wait to wear eyeliner, and I wasn't allowed to wear makeup as a kid because, you know, I was a kid and my mom was being a good mother. But I thought she was being too strict because all the white people were allowed to wear makeup. So I used to like take jelly rolls and like draw eyeliner on my face, which I probably am gonna die pretty young because of that. But I would just like draw on myself with like sparkly jelly roll pens because I just didn't want to have small eyes. I like wanted huge eyes because huge eyes are beautiful. I always wanted to be blonde. This was just a thing growing up, and I never thought it meant I wanted to be white. I just saw these beautiful girls in like, you know, teen movies and just like all the movies, all the hot girls were blonde. So I always wanted that. And I remember I would like whitewash my own writing without realizing it. Like I recently went back and read some of my childhood writing, and I used to write these short stories, and I'd write these characters that were based on myself. I know they're based on myself because like everything would be the same. It would be, well, usually the name would be like Allison or Brittany, but the last name would be Lee, which is my last name. And then the description was usually something like, Allison has blonde hair and green eyes and wears a halter top. And all of those characters were described like that. And subconsciously, I think I was like whitewashing myself because I couldn't see a world where an Asian girl was the main character, because I just didn't see that. Like it didn't exist in movies. I remember trying to find people I identified with. When I watched Saved by the Bell, I could have sworn Tiffany Thiessen was Asian. I just looked it up today, and she's not Asian. Also, there's a mermaid in Little Mermaid with black hair that I swear was Asian, and recently in a writer's meeting I told my coworkers that, and they were like, there was no Asian mermaid. And that's when I realized, oh, I was like trying so hard to find instances of Asian people in the movies I watched that I like just made people Asian. So like in my own, like I would, you know, get crushes on people in school, and in my mind, like when I'm like replaying the love story, like it almost like there was this like disconnect where it's like I wasn't Asian in my own imagination because I just didn't see that. So in my imagination it was always like I am some like in an avatar of like some white girl. But it just like, it's weird because I didn't think of it as like I was trying to be white, and looking back it's like, oh, that's clearly what I was doing. I mean, it's not like Asian people didn't exist in Hollywood, okay? I know they existed. It's just that they were always represented as like foreign or exotic. I didn't see Asian Americans in Hollywood, so nobody like represented my experience. And for me, it like I felt like I was very American. You know, I grew up in the Bay Area. I grew up in America. I didn't eat meatloaf or casserole like my white friends, but like I did go to like after school sports, and you know, I went to homecoming and all that stuff. So I wasn't seeing people like me. So I think subconsciously I realized like, oh, I can never be the protagonist in my own story. Like I can never end up the love interest because that just doesn't exist. It's not even like Asians were the sidekicks. Like Asians just didn't exist in Hollywood. And so now I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to conform to that image. Like I just need to like celebrate who I am, you know, and maybe like one day there'll be enough Asian people in Hollywood that like a new young Teresa will be able to see me or someone else and think, oh, I can be like her, instead of having to like figure out where she belongs.
Thanks for watching Race in America. Go ahead and like this video, leave a comment, tap here to subscribe, and tap here to keep watching.